Just make a box cake mix. I think I'm gonna make just a. As long as I make something good. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do golden sponge because I think that I just don't have the gear to make superfine sugar. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't have it. All right, this recipe is from it's from a food blog called Drive Me Hungry, and it's called Easy Sponge Cake. Sounds easy enough. Let's see. Bro, this bitch gonna make me go get special flour?
Are you unlocking the door? Oh my gosh, you've learned how to unlock the daggum door.
Hi, bud. Why are you in there throwing a fit? Why are you in there giving Mom such a hard time? Huh? Oh, I know I can. I don't know if they can.
Well, I'm sorry that we
It's okay. I mean, what are you supposed to do? He's shouting at the top of his lungs. We have thin wooden doors. It's not like that's soundproof. Glaring husky. What have I been getting up to lately? I have been raising this little chubby midget here and making ice cream and cooking stuff on here. What have you been getting up to lately, Glaring husky? Oh, there's Shayna's favorite. There's Tucker. Let's see. Hey, if you're gonna be hanging out here, you can't cry. This is a no crying zone. Sorry, bud. That's the rules. Hey. Let's see, what do we need? We need butter, shortening. Meh. Don't love shortening. Salt, sugar, milk, flour. You gotta. What the shit is the point in this? Okay, boo. Look, I was willing to trust racist ass Paula Deen for just a second because I was like, man, she probably still knows how to make a cake. Her cake calls for cake mix. Her cake says, go buy fucking cake. What the shit is that? Ugh. It's not a recipe for cake. That's instructions for how to go and buy cake. This is the most ridiculous thing ever. What was wrong with this one? Oh, they wanted cake flour. That's right. I'm not buying special cake flour. What the hell? I just want a basic ass yellow cake. What is going on here? Bro, that fly. For those of you that don't know, I live way out in the country and they're surrounded by cow fields. There's no amount of closing windows that I can do that keeps every fly out of here. So, this one calls for, oh my God. Dude, I know I made a banging chocolate cake just the other day. Try Twinkies Copycat? Yeah, let's try that. See you later, dude.
It'll hit our head.
Alright, this one says homemade Twinkies. You know what I hate? I hate on these food blogs how they give you their life story before they give you the recipe. I remember the first time when I was very little girl and I had my very first Twinkie. Oh my goodness, it was just the best thing ever. It takes me back to those summer days when, oh my lands, I used to get gentlemen callers. Well, you probably had a Twinkie before it was appropriate to get gentlemen callers, let's be fair. I'm just making noises. Making noises with my face. Fucking cake flour. Bro. Don't make me go buy extra freaking, like a brand new flour. I have so many bags of flour. I would totally not have a problem with this if I didn't have like 20 bags of flour from all the different pizza doughs we've tried to make here. Flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, vegetable oil, water, vanilla, cream of tartar. What is cream of tartar? What the hell is that for? That one just had regular flour, so we're getting closer, guys. Let's see, King Arthur baking. I bet that's not a cake flour one, is it? King Arthur's usually unbleached cake flour. Oh, stupid cake flour. Well, I never. In all my days. Oh. I know this is positively riveting here, guys, but I don't know. This is how it looks in real life whenever I look up a recipe too. Because I hate recipes and I know what I hate about them, so I'm quick to dismiss other people's stuff. Let's just try yellow cake. No, that's way too light. It needs to be the other one. All right, it's got to be sponge cake. Nope, those are crunchy. Lady fingers are crunchy, so it has to be sponge cake. Okay. Sponge cake recipe. Let's find something we can live with. It doesn't say the words cake flour. Let the baking begin. Simple sponge cake. Big bucks, no whammies. Life story, life story, life story. Ingredients: eggs, sugar, all-purpose flour, baking powder, melted butter, hot water, vanilla extract. Bang! I think we found us a recipe, boys and girls. I think we found us a cake recipe. Make sure that our ice cream's not getting carried away, which it is not. I got it on a pretty medium heat so that we didn't scald the milk because I knew I'd be a while over there. We're not yet at a boil. But as you can see, we are warm. So let's go ahead and measure out our cornstarch now. Now that we've got a destination, or at least a general idea of where we need to head. Simple sponge cake from letthebakingbegin.com. That's what we're going to go with. Google making cake flour. You're probably right. It's probably just flour with other shit added in it. You're like 9 steps ahead of me. I was just getting super fed up with like everything saying something special. Thank you for feeling me on that recipe hunting, Shayna. It's a thing. I feel very specific ways about recipes. There we go. 2, 4, 6, that's 2, so 5. All right. I know that all those numbers don't make any sense to you, but it all made sense to me, and that's the important bit. I was doing the math on my cornstarch. Jade, get out of my kitchen, please. I was doing the math on my cornstarch in my head. What? So there's 1. This is cornstarch, by the way, 2. These are tablespoons. 3, 3, 4, and 5. All right. 5 tablespoons of cornstarch because I'm making a triple batch of this ice cream. You guys keep in mind that if you were making a batch at home, you're going to use 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons. We've almost reached a boiling point here. Why are you stuck on my feet? Go on. Go lay down. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Any garden gathers since the beets? Just more beets and more chard, so we're making something with beets and chard on Sunday. All right, so there we go. Just get that cornstarch worked in with the milk so that you don't end up with clumps later on whenever you add it. How are we doing over here? Oh, forgot to change the camera back. Sorry. Hi. Tucker unfortunately gathered up some flowers the other day, much to Mom's dismay, if that counts. All right, I'm going to set me a 4-minute timer because it has just officially come up to a boil. So I will warn you that if you're making ice cream at home, be aware that whenever it first starts to boil like this, it can very easily boil over. Make sure to keep stirring it, and if it starts to bubble up, you can blow on it to kind of make it go back down a little bit. After about a minute or so, it will have emulsified enough of the fat to where it won't hold this surface tension anymore. But in the beginning, it holds enough surface tension that it will boil over. Yeah, there we go. Now we're just at a nice little simmer. Beautiful. I mean, it's a fairly aggressive boil. We're just not trying to break it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can edit the menu now. That's what I can do. Let's edit our menu because that's updated. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Strawberry. I don't have any pectin, so I'm not going to make jam. We're just going to do strawberry swirl. Alright, so that's 4 minutes at a boil. Let's go ahead and pull it off the heat and stir in our... Sorry, I know I'm not talking. I'm trying to come up with how to write the flavor out on the menu. Give me just a moment and I'll be a bit more social. Alright, pulled it off the heat. Slowly, very slowly stream in the cornstarch, because if you do this too fast, even though you've got it in a slurry, it can still clump when it hits this hot liquid. So make sure that you're constantly stirring, that it's going to into, you know, very, very, what's the word? Like agitated, like turbulent. Very turbulent creme anglaise is where you want your cornstarch slurry to land, and make sure that it's just a very, very fine stream so that it doesn't clump on you. Because it still can, even though you've made a slurry. But as long as you follow those basic rules, you'll be all right. All right, so we put it back on the heat, and as soon as it comes to a boil, we'll time it for 1 more minute, and then we're done cooking it. Let's see. And I feel like the word sponge used to be a bigger deal. I know it's just like a completely ridiculous statement, but like, think about it. If you're a 90s kid anyway, if you were around in the 90s and a youth that was watching TV, specifically Nickelodeon, specifically Salute Your Shorts, wasn't there a character on there named Sponge, right? Those creepy little things that sang about Quiznos subs in the 90s, weren't those the Sponge Monkeys? Sponge-worthy, there's a 90s Seinfeld reference, Sponge-worthy. What else? I believe there was a 90s alternative rock band named just simply Sponge. I don't know, there was something in the 90s with the word sponge. It was a big deal. SpongeBob was another. Okay, check the menu now. I've got it edited. It should be better now. Yeah, SpongeBob was post my time. Friggin' sponge cake. Okay. Is it boiling yet? Come on, ice cream. I need you to boil. Excuse me. Still waiting. Still ain't boiling. Is the swirl real fruit? Shayna, did you not see our strawberries? Did you not see our strawberries? Look at these. Look at these strawberries. Now you know the mitts, right? Big hands. Big hands. Look at this. Look at the size of these strawberries. Look at them. They're huge. They're gigantic. Hands like a bear. That's exactly right. Cooking ice cream is freaking me out. Do I always do this? Yeah, whenever I make ice cream, sure. Sure, you have to cook it first. It's what makes the textures right. Like it gets rid of some of the water and it incorporates the fat and the sugars into the mix a little better. Is it are you going to track me or